Hello, my wise elders. Welcome back to this great channel. Have you ever wondered why some older adults start to carry a scent similar to urine, even when they bathe regularly and work to stay clean? This is something many people in their 70s and 80s experience. However, it is rarely discussed openly. Noticing this odor on yourself or someone you love can feel embarrassing, confusing, and somewhat alarming. The reality is that this issue frequently has no connection to personal cleanliness. Rather, it stems from a collection of small, daily habits that subtly shift as we grow older. Most seniors do not realize how significantly these habits impact their natural scent. In this discussion, we will cover the 7 most common errors that medical professionals say can lead seniors, particularly those around 80 years old, to smell like urine. These mistakes are remarkably simple to correct, but only once you are aware of them. If this issue has been a concern for you, or if you have felt uncertain about changes in your own body, I want you to know something important from the outset. Now, let's begin. The first mistake is not consuming sufficient water during the day. A major yet frequently ignored cause of that recognizable urine odor is plain dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, so we do not always feel the need to drink water, even when our bodies require it most. When you are not drinking enough, your urine becomes more concentrated, darker in color, and its smell intensifies, sometimes before you notice any other signs. This is not merely about comfort. Proper hydration assists your kidneys in flushing out toxins, maintains bladder health, and dilutes the waste products that give urine its distinct smell. Without adequate water, those waste products accumulate, greatly increasing the chance that your clothing, bedding, or even your skin will retain that persistent odor. Consider Florence, who is 84. She began to notice a stronger smell on her clothes in the afternoons, regardless of how often she showered. It was only when her daughter suggested keeping a glass of water nearby that Florence realized she had been drinking only coffee and tea, hardly any plain water. When she started the habit of drinking a little water with each meal and between activities, the problem nearly vanished. Doctors advise older adults to drink water consistently throughout the day, not just in large amounts when they happen to remember. If plain water seems unappealing, try adding a slice of lemon or some cucumber. The objective is steady, gentle hydration. This simple change can have a significant impact, not only on odor, but also on energy, mental clarity, and overall comfort as you age. The second mistake is ignoring incontinence or bladder leaks. For many seniors, the most frequent cause of urine-like smell is incontinence or minor bladder leaks. These problems often develop gradually and are seldom discussed, even among close friends. Over time, the muscles supporting the bladder naturally weaken, and nerve signals may not function as effectively as they once did. This can result in occasional dribbling, particularly when sneezing, laughing, or simply standing up after sitting. The core issue is not only the leaks themselves, but also how easy it is to dismiss or minimize them. Many people hope the problem will resolve on its own, or they attempt to hide the odor with perfume or by changing clothes more often, without tackling the root cause. However, small amounts of urine left on the skin or absorbed into undergarments can rapidly produce a strong, lasting scent, especially if not cleaned thoroughly and immediately. Take the case of Franklin, age 81, who was too embarrassed to admit he sometimes had accidents at night. He would just change his pajama bottoms and delay washing the bedding. Over time, a noticeable odor developed in his bedroom, even after he showered. It was not until his doctor recommended using absorbent briefs at night and cleaning up promptly after any accident that Franklin saw a dramatic improvement, not just in his scent, but also in his confidence and peace of mind. Doctors advise anyone experiencing leaks or incontinence to speak openly with their healthcare provider. Today, there are more solutions and products available than ever before, from protective underwear to special creams and odor-neutralizing sprays, all designed to help you stay fresh and comfortable without shame. The crucial step is to confront the problem directly rather than pretending it does not exist. The third mistake is wearing the same clothes or undergarments for too long. It is easy to underestimate how much odor our clothing and undergarments can retain. This is especially true for seniors who may try to conserve water, energy, or time by wearing items more than once between washes. However, when it comes to urine odor, fabrics can be surprisingly stubborn. Even the smallest leak or bit of sweat can become trapped in the fibers, and after a while, regular soap or detergent may not completely eliminate the scent. Many older adults grew up in an era when laundry was done by hand, water was valued, and it was common to wear a shirt or pair of pants for several days. That frugal mindset can persist, but our bodies change as we age. Skin becomes thinner, we sweat differently, and even medications can affect our natural odor. These changes mean our clothes often require more frequent washing than they did when we were younger. Consider Mary, age 84, who always wore a favorite cardigan over her blouse. It appeared clean, but after several days she began to notice a faint, sour smell that would not go away, no matter how much perfume she used. Once her daughter began assisting with laundry every other day and adding a bit of vinegar to the rinse cycle, the odor disappeared and Mary's confidence returned. Doctors recommend changing undergarments daily and washing all clothing that comes into direct contact with skin or sweat as often as possible. For persistent odors, adding a little baking soda or vinegar to your laundry detergent can help break down the odor-causing molecules. Keeping clothes fresh is not just about appearance. It is a key part of remaining comfortable, confident, and feeling good in your own skin as you age. The fourth mistake is not cleaning the skin thoroughly after accidents or leaks. Another error that often leads to a lingering urine odor is failing to properly clean the skin after even a minor accident or leak. Many seniors, especially those with limited mobility, arthritis, or vision changes, find it challenging to bathe as frequently as they once did. But even if you shower every day, a quick rinse is often insufficient when urine has contacted the skin. The waste product in urine can irritate, dry out, and adhere to delicate skin, creating a tough-to-remove odor and potentially leading to infection if not addressed. Sometimes the problem begins with simple fatigue, feeling too tired to change after an episode, or thinking, "I'll deal with it later." For others, embarrassment or a desire to remain independent prevents them from asking for help. Over time, skin that is not clean promptly can develop rashes or sores, and those odors become even more noticeable to others. Take Leo, age 79, who had difficulty reaching around his hips due to back pain. He found that using unscented wipes after each leak, followed by applying a gentle barrier cream, made a tremendous difference. Not only did the odor disappear, but his skin became healthier and less irritated. Doctors often recommend using mild soap and warm water, patting the skin dry instead of rubbing, and keeping a pack of skin-safe wipes handy for quick cleanups. Being thorough and gentle and not postponing necessary care is an act of self-care and dignity. There is no shame in needing extra help or tools to stay clean. In fact, it is a sign of wisdom to take these steps early and prevent more serious problems later. The fifth mistake is overusing scented sprays or perfumes to mask odors. When confronted with stubborn urine smell, it is tempting to reach for strong air fresheners, scented sprays, or heavy perfumes. Many believe that layering on a pleasant fragrance will cover the problem, at least temporarily. But this quick fix often backfires. Strong scents mix with the natural odors, creating a new, sometimes even more noticeable aroma that can draw unwanted attention and lead to discomfort or embarrassment. Perfumes and sprays may also irritate sensitive skin, especially in seniors already dealing with dryness, thinning skin, or allergies. These products can cling to clothing, bedding, and furniture, making it harder to eliminate the original odor later. Over time, they may actually trap unpleasant smells within fabrics, creating a cycle where no amount of spraying improves the situation. Consider Emily, age 80, who struggled with this for years. She sprayed her favorite floral scent on her clothes, sheets, and even her recliner, but visitors still noticed the underlying odor and sometimes complained of headaches or sneezing. After consulting her doctor, Janet switched to washing fabrics more often, using odor-neutralizing products designed for seniors, and focusing on cleanliness rather than cover-ups. The change was immediate. Her home felt fresher, her skin was less irritated, and she no longer worried about guests detecting any lingering smells. Doctors recommend avoiding heavy fragrances and instead concentrating on keeping everything clean and dry. Use unscented, gentle products whenever possible and allow fresh air into your home to help neutralize odors naturally. This approach not only addresses the smell at its source, but also keeps your living space healthier and more welcoming for everyone. The sixth mistake is skipping regular medical checkups for urinary health. One of the most important yet often overlooked steps in preventing urine odor is maintaining regular medical checkups, particularly those focused on urinary tract health. As we age, our bodies change in ways that are not always obvious, and sometimes new medical issues arise without warning. Infections, diabetes, medication side effects, or an enlarged prostate can all cause changes in urine odor, frequency, and leakage. Many seniors avoid appointments due to embarrassment, assuming it is just a normal part of aging, or worrying about being a burden. What is frequently missed is that a strong or unusual odor can sometimes be the very first sign of a treatable medical condition. For instance, urinary tract infections often cause a pungent smell before any pain or burning occurs. Similarly, poorly controlled blood sugar or certain medications can alter how your urine smells. Your doctor can help adjust treatments or recommend changes that make a significant difference. Take Robbins, age 82, who noticed his urine had a much stronger odor but dismissed it for months. It was only when his daughter insisted he see his healthcare provider that they discovered a simple infection. After a course of antibiotics, the problem resolved. Not only did his confidence improve, but his overall health did as well. Doctors urge seniors to speak up about any changes in urine odor, color, or frequency. These conversations are private, respectful, and more common than you might think. Addressing problems early can help you feel fresher, stay healthier, and avoid complications later. The seventh mistake is avoiding open conversations about hygiene and needs. One of the most subtle yet powerful reasons many seniors struggle with lingering urine odor is a tendency to avoid open, honest discussions about hygiene, health, and changing needs. It is common, especially among those raised in more private times, to feel embarrassed or even ashamed to admit needing help with bathing, laundry, or bathroom accidents. This silence can lead to isolation, uncertainty, and struggling with preventable issues. Asking for help or simply telling family or caregivers what you are experiencing is not a sign of weakness. It is a mark of wisdom and courage. Many seniors find that once they start talking about these challenges, they discover others facing the same things. New solutions, tips, and support become available, transforming what felt like a lonely struggle into a shared effort. Consider Edith, age 85, who tried for months to manage on her own after developing arthritis in her hands. It was not until she opened up to her daughter that they developed a system for laundry, better wipes, and more comfortable clothing. Edith not only felt fresher and more confident, but she also found a new sense of closeness with her family. Doctors and caregivers emphasize that open communication leads to better health and happier living. Whether it is a talk with a loved one, a healthcare professional, or a friend, starting the conversation can make all the difference. Remember, you are not alone, and there is always help and understanding available. As we conclude, take a moment to reflect on these 7 common mistakes that can cause many seniors to smell like urine. Which of these do you recognize in your own life or in the life of someone you care for? Remember, this is not about shame or judgment. It is about understanding how small daily habits, medical care, and honest communication can make a remarkable difference in your comfort, confidence, and dignity. From staying hydrated and addressing incontinence, to washing clothes regularly, cleaning skin thoroughly, avoiding heavy perfumes, keeping up with medical checkups, and speaking openly about hygiene needs, each step is an act of self-care and empowerment. None of these changes require expensive solutions, just awareness, consistency, and the courage to take control of your own well-being. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you'll apply it in your life. Your comments inspire us to keep going. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Tips and share. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating content that informs and uplifts. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.